You worked in communities that have felt, you know, over policed and undeserved at the same time. What do you believe police must do differently to truly meet the needs of black and brown neighborhoods or minority or undeserved communities?
Well, I think police saying you have to understand that you're there to serve the community. One of my biggest models that I said to police officers, we work with one another, regardless of your rank. We all have a job, but we do work for the community. And you have to understand, one, the historic relationship between the police and the community. And also, you have to have direct, honest relationships and conversations with people in the community. Because I don't care, what community you come from, people want to feel safe. So the question is, how do we make them safe? I'm a true believer that we can have crime reduction, we can increase the quality of life, but it does not have to come at the expense of police community relations. That is just as important. It's probably more important than it is reducing crime and also increasing quality of life. Because, yeah, I want crime reduced in my neighborhood, and I think we should do that as an agency. But if we're doing it where we're disrespecting the community, not doing what right by the community, it doesn't mean anything. It's a hollow victory.
Exactly.
And so I've made sure that we communicated with the community, right? Open conversation. Wendy Williams said it the best. Straight talk leads to straight understanding. And you have to have that conversation, but you also have to build that relationship in the beginning, because you can't start a relationship from a crisis standpoint, because there's no trust there. You're not going to be effective there. So you have to start in the beginning. So, one of the things I've always stressed in all my assignments, whether it was as a supervisor or now as a borough commander, that you have to get into the community, engage the community. Doesn't mean that you're always going to agree, because you're not. But you have to have the honest dialogue. And I think that's what made, in my opinion, what we did very, very effective.